Now we'll discuss how to do individual calculation. Again, this question is with oversubscription. Usually we'll be starting with a working note, isn't it? We'll write like total application money received. In previous question we wrote 60 into 3. We are writing the application money received for or by the company. The company's calculation is what we were doing so far. Now, in certain other questions, we'll have to do individual calculation also. Individual calculation means exclusively for the shareholders you will have to do calculation other than company. Company calculation must be there. Then with that we'll have to add calculation for shareholders. That's called individual calculation. So, there are two conditions for you to do individual calculation, for you to understand when to do individual calculation. One is the question must be with oversubscription. The second is there should be a sentence like one of the shareholders failed to pay the second installment. Which is the second installment? Application is the first one. The second one is allotment. So, if shareholder fails to pay the allotment money, that means there is calls in arrears for allotment. In previous questions that we did, there was calls in arrears, but that was with first call. So, we didn't do any individual calculation there. So, what are the two conditions? You have to see whether it is oversubscription question. Second is there should be calls in arrears with allotment. Calls in arrears with the second installment. Usually the second installment is allotment. Why I said usually is, suppose you are collecting application and allotment together. That also you can do, the company can do. So application and allotment you collected together. Then which is the second installment. Then first call will be the second installment. So then you have to check whether that shareholder failed to pay the first call money. Understood? So that will differ, but usually the second installment means allotment money. So we'll work out illustration 18. Just see the question, how the question is. Issued 40,000 shares, 10 is the face value, split up is given. It's written like application to allotment 4, balance in 2 equal installment means we have first call, we have second call. Applications were received for 80,000 shares, so it is oversubscription. One condition is satisfied. Then it is given applicants of 50,000 shares were allotted 30,000 shares. Applicants of 30,000 shares were allotted only 10,000 shares. What is the meaning of this? Are they getting fully? No. It is called pro rata allotment, partial allotment. And what are they doing with the excess? Did they say like excess money will be returned or will be refunded? No. So what will they do here? This is actually pro rata. Those who applied for 50 got only 30 means that is partial allotment. That is pro rata allotment. So you have to write pro rata entry in this question, not rejection entry. What is pro rata entry? It will be share application, debtor to share allotment. The meaning itself says application adjusted to allotment. So share application, debtor to share allotment is pro rata entry. You must remember to write pro rata entry in between allotment due and allotment received. Okay. Then Neeraj, that is shareholder, to whom 600 shares were allotted from category A, failed to pay the allotment money. So shareholder failed to pay the second installment and the question is with oversubscription. The two conditions are satisfied. You have to do the individual calculation. And you have to write journal entries up to allotment only. There is first call, there is second call, but journal entries you need to write till allotment only. Read question very carefully always. Don't write till second call, don't waste your time. You can just stop with allotment. Okay, so we'll start the calculation. Working note we'll do. First you have to do the company calculation as usual. This is illustration 18. So far we didn't write it as company calculation because we had only company calculation. Now you have to specify, since we are doing individual calculation also. So company calculation as usual. Before that, you just write that split it. ₹10 we are collecting. How we are collecting the 10? It is 2 on application, then 4 on allotment. Okay, balance, even if you don't write, that's okay, because we are not writing entries for that. If you want to write, you can write balance in 2 equal installments. 4 plus 2, 6 we already collected. So balance is 2 each. Company calculation, as usual, you start total application money received. The amount is on 80,000 you are getting. So 80,000 into the application is 2. So 1,60,000. What is the actual? It is only 40,000. Okay. 40,000 is the number, not the amount. Less actual application money, that is 40,000 into what is application per share? 2. That is 80, and the excess is 80. Is there any rejection here? No, there is no rejection. So excess will be written as pro rata in this question. So this is pro rata figure. Next we will do individual calculation. This is the new portion. Individual calculation. First, what you have to do is, when you have to do individual calculation, first you have to apply one formula to get, read that last sentence, nearest to whom 600 shares were allotted. Allotted number is given in the question. See, individual calculation will be done just like this. But only thing is, the same sentences we will be writing. But only thing is, we are computing only for Neeraj. So Neeraj's applied and allotted number only we will be considering. Here we considered the whole applied number and the total allotted number. This is the total allotted or issued number. Okay. So applied and allotted, here also we considered the whole number, we considered the total number we considered. Now what happens is, you have to do calculation only for Neeraj. So we need Neeraj's applied number and allotted number. Here we have the allotted number, that is 600. We have to compute applied number of shares. Applied, no, yes. So you write the formula for this. This thing you have to learn. Number of shares applied, that is applied by Neeraj. The formula is equal to, it's little bit lengthy, total shares. It's not number of shares, you have to take the total shares, that is total company shares you have to take. Applied you take. Applied is what you are computing, you write numerator also the same. Same means total applied shares. You write one more term, total applied shares under pro rata. Then divided by total shares allotted. If applied is numerator, you write opposite, allotted in as denominator under pro rata into what you have to do is number of shares. Here it's not total, it's number of shares allotted to the shareholder. Here the shareholder is Neeraj. This is how you have to compute the applied number. You write this within a box. This thing you have to learn. So individual calculation, this is how you have to start. Applied number is missing in the question. So we will compute it first. How will you compute it? It is total shares applied under pro rata divided by total shares allotted under pro rata. What you can do is, for you to remember it easily, number of shares applied, that means Neeraj's applied number is what we need, and numerator, if you need the applied number, numerator also you write the same. What we are calculating, the same thing you write as the numerator, that is applied. But what you have to take is the total shares, that means company's total number you have to consider, not Neeraj's number. Divided by, again the total we are considering, applied we wrote as numerator, so denominator will be allotted. Then into Now we are considering only Neeraj's number. That's not the total, it's just the number of shares. The denominator, the same thing you write here. Number of shares allotted to Neeraj. Here, what is the number of shares allotted to Neeraj? It is 600. Okay, so that is the formula. So now we'll substitute the figures. It is, then one more thing. If they ask you to get number of shares allotted, suppose applied number was given in the question and we have to compute the allotted number, the formula will be reverse. So we'll write number of shares allotted is equal to total shares allotted. What we need we'll write first. Allotted under prorata by total shares applied under prorata into number of shares applied by the shareholder. That's how you have to change. Understood? In certain questions, that way also you will have to use. So now we'll substitute the figures. Okay, read it. Total shares applied under prorata. And we are now doing calculation only for Neeraj. Neeraj belongs to category A. Did you see that last sentence? He belongs to category A. And what is category A's total applied number? Applied number total is applicants of 50,000. That means applied 50. Total allotted is only 30. Understood? He belongs to category A. So you just have to take those figures. Don't write that 80 and 40. The company's total number you don't have to consider. Just consider for Neeraj. So here the total applied number will be 50,000. That's why we are writing under prorata. Under prorata, they applied only 50 in category A. Then allotted total is 30 in category A into what we allotted to Neeraj is only 600, right? Yes, only 600. So the calculation and the amount will be, you compute the figure, it is 1000. So number of shares applied by Neeraj is 1000, but we gave him only 600. That is called prorata. Now we will do the calculation. We will write the working note just like we wrote for company. The same steps we will write, but consider 1000 and 600 as number of shares. So you write total application money received on how many shares we got from Neeraj? It is on 1000. So 1000 into what is application per share? It is 2 per share. So it is 2000 less actual application. Actually you need to get only on 600 because what we allotted him is only 600. So the excess is 800. Don't write prorata rejection and all, that got over with company calculation. Next, for individual calculation, what you have to do is, this excess we note that since this is prorata question, what will you do with this excess? This will get adjusted with the next installment. So when you do individual calculation, next what you have to write is allotment money. The next installment we will write allotment money due. Okay. We are talking only about Neeraj's share here. So allotment money due. On how many shares you will collect allotment money from Neeraj? You will be collecting only on 600 shares. So 600 into the allotment per share is 4 per share. So 600 into 4, it is 2400. Now, will you receive allotment money from Neeraj? What is the meaning of that last sentence? He failed to pay the allotment money, isn't it? So, will he pay us the allotment money? No, he will not pay. So, 2400 we will not receive. But we have received an excess application money of 800 which we can adjust with the allotment. So, actually he need to pay us only 2400 minus 800. He need to give us only 1600. Understood? He has to give us 2400 actually, But since we got excess application money earlier, that we can adjust. Now he need to give us only 1,600. But will he give us 1,600? No, he failed to pay the allotment money that's given in the question. So this 1,600 will be the calls in arrears at the time of allotment. In order to get this figure, we did the individual calculation. The calls in arrears figure at the time of allotment. So when should we do individual calculation? If the question is with oversubscription and there is calls in arrears with second installment, that you have to remember. And how will you start individual calculation? You have to see whether the applied or allotted number is given. Then applied is given means you have to compute the allotted number, apply the formula for that. Then as usual you will do the working note like this, but consider only the shareholders number. Then after you get the excess money, what you have to write, this is a new step. This thing we didn't write for company. What you have to write is allotment money due. That time also consider only Neeraj's share. That we allotted him only 600. So 600 into the allotment is 4. Then we got the calls in arrears. This is calls in arrears at the time of allotment. Now we can start the journal entry. Your working note is over. Now you can easily write journal entries. You just have to see the working note, copy the amounts into the journal. So we'll draw the format of journal and start. The first journal entry is bank account debtor to share application. Is it equity share here? It's not mentioned, so just write to share application. Just look into your company calculation for this. Look into the company calculation as usual. You take the first figure, that is 1,60,000. Application money received. Then second one is share application account debtor to share capital. It's not 1,60,000. The second figure you have to write, that is 80,000. So always look into your working note and copy. The third one, there is no rejection entry. Prorata will be writing in between, so you can write the allotment due entry now. So share allotment account debtor to share capital. We are writing the total number. We are considering the total number, not the individual calculation here. We are doing for company. So allotment money in total or altogether we will be getting allotment money on 40,000 shares. That's the issued number now. 40,000 into the per share value is 4. So that is 1,60,000. That is allotment money due. Next, before you receive the allotment, now you have to remember one entry, that is you have to include prorata entry here in between allotment due and allotment received. So the prorata entry is share application account debtor to adjust it to allotment. Share allotment. What was your, just look into the working note and take, it is 80,000, the prorata figure. We have written no in the working note. So that we wrote now. Allotment, this is prorata entry. Prorata you can write as narration. Next we will receive the allotment bank account debtor. When you write the received entry, you must remember there is calls in arrears, and calls in arrears no need to compute the amount again. It's there in your working note. Individual calculation we did for getting the calls in arrears. Understood? So that calls in arrears figure will come here. You have to debit calls in arrears in this journal entry to, as usual, the basic entry to share allotment. Now, how to write the figures? What did I tell you? Always see whether you have same account in the previous entry. Here you have share allotment in the previous entry. Previous entry means this is pro rata entry, not this one. You have to see the due entry. The due amount is 1,60,000, but will you write 1,60,000? Should we write 1,60,000? Since there is pro rata, what do you mean by pro rata? Excess amount which we received with application getting adjusted with allotment. So 1,60,000 we had to get, but already you have received 80. So now you need to receive only the balance 80. How we got this? It is 1,60,000 the due amount minus the pro rata amount 80. Did you understand the meaning? No need to by heart. 1,60,000 is what we are supposed to get, but 80 we got already with application. So now we need to get only the balance 80. That is why I am asking you to write pro rata in between. So automatically you will deduct and take the figure for share allotment. This is not bank figure, this is allotment figure. Okay, in your textbook they have written in different order. I want you to write in this order. Okay, then calls in arrears, just take it from your working note. We already computed, it is 1,600. Yes, just take it from the working note. So the amount of banker's balance 78,400. This is the received entry. The question is over. Do we have 2 more calls? Should we write entry for that? No, because you are asked to write journal entries only up to allotment. So you can stop with this entry. Okay. In your textbook they haven't written calls in arrears, but their bank figure is same. They have deducted and took the amount, but you must write calls in arrears. You must write like this itself. Okay. And this question is not so easy because company calculation, with that we did individual calculation also. So some more steps we added. So watch this video 2-3 times. It will take some time. Then you practice the assignment questions.